Imagine this. You could have everything in life, money, fame, opportunities, even power. But if your character is not strong, all those things will slip through your hands like sand. You could stand in a room full of light, but if honesty, perseverance, and confidence are not within you, that light will only reveal the emptiness inside. Character, you heard right. A strong character is what attracts opportunities, creates success, and leaves a lasting legacy. Did you know that many people out there spend their lives chasing money, power, or fame, but never realize that character is what opportunities seek? And conversely, when a strong character exists within you, money, fame, opportunities, they will come to you like birds returning to their nest. Ask yourself, do you dare to look directly at your true self? Have you ever examined how strong your character is? Have you ever wondered, if you start building your character today, how will your life change in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? Let me tell you an everyday example, one I have witnessed thousands of times in my seminars. I know a person, let's call him John. John was smart, talented, and opportunities came to him constantly. But what did everyone notice? John lacked perseverance. He often gave up when faced with challenges and sometimes broke his promises. The result? Opportunities slipped away, not because he lacked ability, but because his character was not strong enough. On the other hand, I know another person, let's call her Sarah. She was not the most talented, but she was honest, persevering, and always kept her word. When opportunities came, people wanted to work with her. She succeeded not because of luck, but because her character naturally attracted opportunities. Here's the key point I want you to understand right now. You cannot build a good, sustainable, and meaningful life if your character is not solid. Character is the foundation, and everything you pursue in life, money, career, relationships, is only sustainable when your character is strong. Let me emphasize again because this is important. A strong character is not something you achieve overnight. It is the result of daily right decisions, persistent actions, and positive habits you choose to cultivate. So the question for you today is, what have you done to become the person you want to be? Are you ready to invest time, effort, and perseverance to build a strong character? Remember that opportunities seek out those who are reliable, persevering, honest, and keep their promises. And today you stand at the starting point of that journey, the journey to become a stronger, more trustworthy, and more influential person. If you recall, we started with the question, what have you done today to become the person you want to be? Character, not skills, not money, not luck. Character is the foundation of true success. Let me be clear. A strong character is what shapes you from within. How you treat others, how you keep your promises, how you manage emotions and face difficulties. It is what opportunities, relationships, and success evaluate first. A strong character attracts opportunities while a weak character pushes them away. You might be skilled, smart, or wealthy, but if your character is not strong, those achievements can easily slip away. You might have a beautiful house, but if your character is weak, family and friends will no longer value you. You might have money, but without character, money will only bring stress, not happiness. And let me say it plainly. No one wants to work long-term with someone who is unreliable. Let me tell you a story. I know a young entrepreneur, let's call him Michael. Michael was smart, quick, and always seized opportunities, but he often broke promises, lacked patience, and was easily swayed by emotions. The result, despite his talent, opportunities slipped away quickly, and he was constantly frustrated with himself. On the other hand, another person, let's call her Laura, was not the most outstanding, but she always kept her word, persevered in her work, listened, and never let emotions override reason. When opportunities came, people sought her out, not because of luck, but because her character inspired trust and collaboration. Picture character as the root of a tree, and your career, money, and opportunities as its branches and leaves. A tree with weak roots cannot stand firm no matter how large its trunk or branches. A storm, whether failure, temptation, or hardship, will topple it. But a tree with strong roots will stand firm through any storm, and its green branches will continue to grow. Your character is the root of your life's tree. If the roots are strong, your success will be lasting. If they are weak, everything is temporary. You might wonder, how does a strong character specifically impact my life? Let me explain clearly. Character builds credibility. When you are honest, keep your promises, and act consistently, others will trust you. People like to work with, collaborate with, and give opportunities to those who are reliable. This credibility cannot be bought with money. It is built through daily small actions. Character helps you overcome challenges. When difficulties arise, failure, loss pressure, a strong character keeps you from panicking or giving up. Those with weak character easily blame circumstances or others and ultimately let fear drag them down. Character attracts opportunities and good people. Success is not just what you achieve, but who you work with and the opportunities you are given. Honest, persevering, and attentive people naturally attract like-minded individuals and fitting opportunities. Ask yourself, do you want to be someone opportunities seek or someone who must chase every opportunity and constantly worry if things will work out? A strong character answers that by naturally attracting opportunities without forcing or chasing them. And I want to emphasize, character is not something you achieve in a day, a week, or a month. It is the result of small, consistent, persistent actions. Every promise you keep, every right action you take, every time you restrain negative emotions, these are the bricks that build your character. Let me ask another question. Have you kept a promise to someone today? Have you controlled your emotions in a tough situation today? Have you learned something from someone else to improve yourself today? If you answer no, then this is your chance to start. Because character does not wait for you to be ready. It is forged when you act. And when you invest in your character, everything else in life will begin to change naturally. Opportunities, relationships, career, and even happiness. A strong character is also the essence of maturity. It helps you avoid being swayed by fleeting emotions, resist temporary choices, and persevere on the long-term path. As Jim Rohn once said, success is to be attracted, not pursued. What you attract depends on the person you become. And now as we understand why a strong character is important, the next part is about specific practical steps. We will go through each principle of building character, taking responsibility, honesty, perseverance, humility, emotional control, gratitude, and practical action, all with lessons and guidance to apply today. So you not only hear, but act and change. If you recall, we said that character is the foundation of all success, opportunities, and relationships. It determines whether you stand firm against challenges, whether others trust you, and whether life's big opportunities come to you. Character is not something we are born with. It is forged and built through small right choices you make every day. Start with the first principle, the foundation of all character, taking responsibility. You are responsible for everything that happens in your life. You cannot control circumstances or others' actions, but you can always control how you respond, how you learn, and how you act. Those who do not take responsibility often find excuses to blame others, circumstances, or luck, and as a result, they stay stuck. In contrast, those who take responsibility actively seek solutions, learn from mistakes, and grow. Imagine an employee who misses an important deadline. If he blames his colleagues, he learns nothing, and the next opportunity slips away. But if he takes responsibility, finds ways to complete the task, and learns from it, he will be trusted with bigger tasks. Try writing down one thing you are avoiding responsibility for and tackle it today. This is the first step to building a strong character. The second principle is honesty and integrity. Honesty is not just telling the truth, but living according to the values you believe in. An honest person earns trust, while a dishonest one loses credibility and opportunities. Credibility is a priceless asset. Without honesty, all other successes are fragile. I remember an entrepreneur who promised a client that a product would be delivered on time. He kept his promise, the client trusted him, and the business grew sustainably. But if he had lied once, credibility would be lost for a long time. Choose one honest action today, however small, but stick to it, and you will feel the power of credibility. The third principle is perseverance and discipline. A strong character does not come from random efforts or luck, but from doing the right things consistently every day. Perseverance helps you overcome challenges, while discipline helps you maintain positive habits. I know someone who wanted to write a book. He started by writing a little each day. At first, the results were small, but after a few months, the first chapter was done. Discipline turned small actions into big results. You can apply this too. Choose a positive habit. Practice it for at least 15 minutes daily. Track your progress and stick with it over time. These small, repeated actions are how your character is forged. The fourth principle is humility and willingness to learn. Strong people are not arrogant. Humility helps you realize you do not know everything, and that opens opportunities to learn from those around you. Humility does not weaken you. It strengthens you by allowing you to learn, grow, and develop continuously. I know a CEO who always listened to his employees. Thanks to his humility and willingness to learn, he discovered creative solutions he would have missed if he were prideful. Try asking someone around you each day, "What can you teach me today?" and listen sincerely. The fifth principle is emotional control. People with strong character do not let emotions dictate their actions. When challenges, failures, or temptations arise, they stay calm and make wise decisions. Emotional control helps you maintain credibility, solve problems effectively, and keep relationships strong. Imagine being criticized at work. Instead of reacting angrily, calmly, take note and find ways to improve. Take a deep breath, think of 3 positive responses, and choose the best one to act on. This practice will train your emotional control, making you stronger. The sixth principle is action and building credibility through action. Character is not words, but specific, consistent actions. A promise unfulfilled is empty, but a promise kept builds credibility and influence. Remember a promise you made and fulfill it today. You will feel the trust others place in you grow immediately. When you do what you say, opportunities will come to you naturally. The seventh principle is gratitude and maintaining a positive mindset. A strong character comes with gratitude and positivity. Grateful people see opportunities in difficulties. Stay calm and spread positive energy to others. I know an employee who always thanked his clients. Thanks to this attitude, clients returned, his credibility grew, and opportunities opened up. Write down 3 things you are grateful for today and share them with someone. This will nurture a positive mindset, forging your character daily. Now tie it all together. A strong character is like the root of a tree with opportunities, career, and relationships as its branches and leaves. Each principle mentioned is a brick in building a solid root. When you practice each principle daily, your character becomes a lasting strength and opportunities will come to you naturally. Ask yourself today, which principle have I applied? Which one will I start practicing today to change my life? Remember, a strong character not only makes you a better person, but also creates an environment where people want to work with love and trust you. And the opportunities, relationships, and success you seek will naturally come when you become a stronger person. If you recall, the previous parts guided us from the question, what have you done today to become the person you want to be? And we delved into the 7 principles for building a strong character. Now it is time to turn theory into action, principles into reality in daily life. Start with the first principle, taking responsibility. In daily life, we often face situations where it is easy to blame others or circumstances. A delayed colleague, a difficult client, bad weather, or uncontrollable situations can become excuses for failure. But a person with a strong character asks, what can I do to make this situation better? They do not complain or grumble, but actively find solutions. Try this exercise. Today, choose a situation where you usually blame others and resolve it yourself. You will immediately see a difference in how you feel and the results. This is the first step to forging inner strength. The second principle is honesty and integrity. In reality, honesty can be challenging, especially when short-term benefits or temptations arise. But remember, every time you keep a promise, you build irreplaceable credibility. When dealing with colleagues, clients, or partners, be clear about your capabilities and limits. If you promise to deliver a project this week, complete it on time. Others will respect your honesty, and long-term opportunities will come, opportunities that lies can never bring. An example from life. A young employee was assigned an important project. Instead of exaggerating his abilities, he honestly presented the realistic timeline. As a result, his boss valued his honesty and entrusted him with bigger projects. This is how a strong character creates real opportunities. The third principle is perseverance and discipline. A strong character is built through consistent actions, not luck or sporadic effort. Perseverance helps you overcome challenges, while discipline maintains good habits. Look at your life. If you want to become an expert in your field, study daily, take notes on key lessons, and apply them to your work. If you maintain this habit for a year, you will far surpass those who study only when inspired. Another example. An athlete runs just 15 minutes daily, but over a year, his fitness surpasses those who train only when motivated. Perseverance and discipline forge a strong character daily. The fourth principle is humility and willingness to learn. People with strong character recognize they do not know everything and are open to learning from those around them. Humility does not weaken you, it strengthens you. Practice by asking someone each day, "Can you share an important experience or lesson with me today?" Listen with full attention. This not only helps you learn, but also builds lasting relationships and personal credibility. I recall a CEO who always listened to his employees. Thanks to this, he discovered creative solutions that arrogance would have caused him to miss, and his company thrived. The fifth principle is emotional control. In life, negative emotions can ruin relationships and credibility. When you are angry, frustrated, or anxious, pause, take a deep breath, and think of a positive response. This simple but powerful exercise forges character. For example, at work, when criticized, instead of reacting impulsively, calmly, take note and improve. Such actions build credibility and make you more reliable to others. The sixth principle is action to build credibility. Character shines brightest through actions, not words. Every promise you keep, every task you complete on time, builds credibility and trust. For instance, if you promise a colleague to complete a task, do it on time. When you do this once, twice, 3 times, your credibility grows daily and people will seek you out for solutions. Actions build credibility. Credibility brings opportunities, and opportunities seek those with strong character. The seventh principle is gratitude and a positive mindset. A strong character is tied to gratitude and positivity. Grateful people see opportunities in difficulties, stay calm, and spread positive energy. An employee who thanks clients earns their trust. They return and career opportunities open naturally. Write down 3 things you are grateful for today and share them with someone. This fosters a positive mindset, shaping a strong character daily. Now tie all these principles into a practical action plan. You do not need to do everything at once. Start today with one principle. Take one small, consistent step. Tomorrow add another. Gradually, your character will strengthen, credibility will grow, opportunities will appear, and success will come naturally. Ask yourself, which principle will I apply today to become stronger? What will I do today to earn the trust and respect of those around me? Character is not innate. It is forged daily through specific, persistent actions. If you start today, you will see a difference next week and even more after a few months. If you recall, we began this journey with a crucial question. What have you done today to become the person you want to be? We recognize that a strong character is not just theory, but the foundation for all success, opportunities, and relationships in life. We delved into the 7 principles for building a strong character and learned how to apply them in real life. Now it is time to summarize, reflect, and truly act. Start by reviewing what we have covered. A strong character is formed through specific actions. Taking responsibility, honesty and integrity, perseverance and discipline, humility and learning, emotional control, action to build credibility and gratitude. Each principle is a brick in your life's foundation. And the key is no brick is more important than the one you lay today. Every action, however small, contributes to building the stronger person you aim to be. Let me share a story I witnessed. I know a young man named David. David was smart with great potential, but he was often late, gave up easily, and sometimes lacked honesty in tough situations. At first, opportunities came to him, but quickly slipped away. After a while, David realized that to earn trust and attract real opportunities, he needed to change his character. He started with small actions, taking responsibility for his work, keeping even small promises, learning from others, being grateful, and maintaining a positive attitude. Gradually, David changed. Colleagues and superiors began to trust him. Bigger opportunities appeared, and successes he once thought unattainable became reality. David's story is living proof that a strong character not only transforms you, but also how the world sees you. Now ask yourself, have you acted on any principle today? Have you taken responsibility for your actions? Have you kept a promise, controlled your emotions, and truly listened to others? Have you taken a moment to be grateful for the good things in your life? These questions are not to stress you, but to awaken you to realize that a strong character is forged through daily awareness and action. Imagine a real situation. You are leaving your workplace, facing pressures, challenges, and opportunities. You can choose one of two paths. Ignore, avoid, let emotions and circumstances control you. Or stand firm, apply the principles we have learned, and let your character guide you. The second path is not easy, but it leads to a better version of yourself, a person others want to work with, respect, and trust. Think about opportunities at work, family and friend, relationships, and daily challenges. When you start forging a strong character, opportunities will naturally come to you. Honest, persevering, reliable people are always given opportunities. When you act on these principles, you not only become stronger, but the world around you becomes better too. Here is the key message I want you to remember. Start today with one specific action based on one of the 7 principles. It can be small, but if you do it consistently, it will create big changes. You might choose to write down one responsibility to take, keep a promise to someone, spend time learning, or note what you are grateful for today. When you take that action, you are laying the first brick for your strong character foundation. Ask yourself, what are you thinking right now? Do you see something in yourself that needs to change today? What will help you become the person you aspire to be in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? These questions are not just for reflection, but for action. Hold on to that thought. Take small steps and let a strong character lead you to a life full of opportunities, credibility, and true success. Picture yourself as a farmer planting seeds. Every action you take today is a seed. Small, right, persistent actions will grow into a strong, fruitful tree. And like a farmer, you will see that the seeds you plant today are the harvest you reap in the future. Your character is the tree's root every opportunity and success. The fruit, if you nurture the root with right actions, the fruit will come naturally, sustainably, and lastingly. What you learn from this will have no value if you only listen and do not act. Start today. Choose one principle and act. Track your results, observe the changes, and keep acting daily. When you do this, a strong character will become an inseparable part of you, and you will see opportunities, credibility, and success come to you inevitably. Remember, character not only changes you, but also how the world sees you. When you act, persevere, and keep promises, you not only become stronger, but create an environment where others respect, love, and trust you. Character is inner strength, the foundation for all true success in life, and you can start building it today. If you recall in the previous parts, we walked through the entire journey from recognizing character to applying principles in real life and urged you to act today. But a strong character does not stop at 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. It is a lifelong journey, and that is what I want to address in this part. A strong character must be continuously forged with a long-term plan to become the person you always aspire to be. Imagine your life as a garden. The principles we learn, taking responsibility, honesty and integrity, perseverance and discipline, humility and learning emotional control, action to build credibility and gratitude, are the seeds. Seeds planted today will yield trees tomorrow. But if you plant seeds without watering, nurturing, or protecting them from pests, they will not sprout. Character is the same. If not continuously forged, it will fade, and opportunities, credibility, and success will slip away. Now I will guide you through a long-term action plan to develop a strong character. First, dedicate 1 session each week to self-evaluation. Ask, which principle did I practice today? Did I take full responsibility? Was I honest in all my actions? Did I maintain positive habits and persevere with discipline? Did I learn from others? Did I control my emotions and express gratitude for what I have? Asking these questions will keep you aware of yourself and help you identify actions to improve. Second, create a personal development journal. Write down daily the actions you take based on these principles, the small successes you achieve, and even failures or mistakes to learn from. When you review this journal after a few weeks or months, you will see clear progress and realize that character is built from small, consistent actions. Third, set long-term character goals. For example, you want to be someone colleagues, superiors, and clients always trust. You want to be patient, a good listener, and someone who keeps promises. Write down these goals and break them into daily actions. When you complete one small step each day, your character will strengthen and grow. Fourth, choose a mentor or guide, someone you respect, admire, and want to learn from. Your character will grow faster with someone to guide you, remind you to stay true to the principles, and inspire you to keep going. Spend time each week talking, learning, and practicing what your mentor advises. Fifth, integrate these principles into all aspects of life: work, family, friends, health, finances, and community. For example, practice perseverance, not just at work, but in health, relationships, and learning new knowledge. When you apply these principles across all areas, a strong character becomes a natural part of you, and success will come naturally. Let me emphasize, personal development is an endless cycle. You act, you learn, you reflect, you adjust, and you act again. This cycle repeats daily, and each iteration makes you stronger, more reliable, and ready for bigger opportunities in life. And finally, remember that a strong character is not just for personal success. It is also how you create a positive environment around you, where colleagues, family, friends, and community are inspired by your integrity, perseverance, and positive attitude. When a strong character spreads, you will see opportunities come, relationships strengthen, and life become richer. Ask yourself, what seed will I plant in my character garden today? How will I nurture it? Am I patient enough to see it grow into a strong tree for life? Every action you take today, however small, is the start of a stronger, more credible, more opportunity-filled person. A strong character is a lifelong journey. It does not end after a video, a course, or a seminar. It is your daily decision, and if you start today, each small action will lead you to a life full of opportunity, success, and meaning. Step forward, plant the seeds, forge your character, and everything good you desire will come to you naturally and sustainably.